everybody, welcome back to the video, welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to August, man. Ooh, it's getting warm again. Sweating here just thinking about it. Anyway, today's video, we're going to talk about this. Be right back with you. Again, everybody, welcome back to the channel. And before we get started, I'd appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel. We're getting up there, over 540 subscribers now, but we need more. We're a little over halfway there. And please leave a comment down below what you think about this and what we're about to talk about, and give me a like and a thumbs up, and share with your friends and enemies. I really appreciate it. Let's get started. Okay, so this past week, well, 2 weeks ago, I went to visit one of the shops that sells my Ranger beads, see how things are going, checking in, and he had a product that I've been looking for a long time, for a long time. Problem is that I haven't really trusted a lot of what I've seen online, and so there you go. Anyway, what it is an Auger bit, okay? And everybody knows them. It's just a lot of them I've seen are very small, very short, you know. This is a bit of a longer one here. Now, it's got a tip on it right here, which I'm trying to remember what that's used for, but I'm sure you can hammer down. You can hammer it down into something, into wood, you know, for a handle or something like that. But also has a screw tip. You see it's got the protective cover on it. I have not used this yet. I'm going to use it for the first time today. But and I've got a few other things I'm going to be doing in the very near future with this thing. And you'll follow along with me with that, you know. So first thing you need when you have one of these things, though, is you need something to, I mean, you can use it like this right here, but you really need something to help you, like a handle, okay? So this is what I got right here. Now what I did is I went to the local shop, and for $9 I bought a really long handle, piece of dowel, okay? And I cut it down to what I believe would be an easier transporting. That's about the same length as the Auger itself. And you just sort of slide it in. Now, this right here is brand new. It needs a bit more work. I've done a few things on it. I need to hammer it in some more. I need to go back here on this thing right here. I need to, there we go, get it in there. You gotta be careful because, well, this is good. You can cut your hands on these blades right here. They're quite sharp. Anyway, so there you go. Now, what can we do with it? Well, there are lots of things you can do with it. A lot of people are using them to make their Swedish fire logs, which is basically a log. You can find them online. It's basically a log that's been cut, and you screw down the middle of the log to a certain level, and then you come from the side, and then you can light a fire and it burns a fire. I personally prefer splitting the log, holding it together, and then putting the fire in the middle of it myself. But you know, this right here works also. Something else you can do with it, and that is you can use it to drill. If you're building a log cabin or a log house and you're not using any metal, steel nails, this kind of stuff, you can actually cut dowels like you see right here. You can whittle them down, and then you drill holes. And what you can do through several of the logs. Okay, now you imagine your logs are this big, because if they're longer, you're gonna need a longer one of these right here. There's a really good video I saw the other day, a guy who had several of these in his kit. He had some very long ones and some shorter ones, and he was using the long ones to drill down through several logs at the same time, and then he would spike them together with dowels. He'd dowel them together, nail them together through those holes, and it was holding those logs. And it's a good piece of security, good idea to do that, you know. So you can use it for building and working. So, and this handle makes it a lot easier. You know, you can actually, you know, to get it started and to turn it around. Now you can have a longer handle if you need a longer handle, but I think this length right here, it's also a lot easier to carry and transport. Now, As some of you know by watching the video just previous right here, I'm about to start my sewing business. I've ordered a heavy duty professional double-footed sewing machine, and it hasn't arrived yet. Well, it's arrived now at the factory. Well, at the importer. It's 3 weeks late, and so he's going to deliver that Tuesday night. But one of the projects I plan on doing is I plan on making a sheath for this thing right here. And what it's going to encumber is something on the bottom that's quite heavy duty, that's sewn into the rest of the sheath, and this right here is going to go in with it, so you have both of them, both of them together inside of it, so I don't have to remake this every time. But it's not that difficult to make. But anyway, that's it. Very simple auger here. One of those extra tools, to carry with you in the bushcraft, this kind of stuff like that. Besides your, your fixed blade knife, your axe, your handsaw, a little small auger, a small needle auger, and there are 5 tools that I recommend you carry. You can find them in the videos also. I'll see about linking that together. And yeah, this is one of those extra ones. That's not a bad idea to have with you. Maybe, this size right here will do you. Maybe you get yourself a longer one. I'm looking at that, maybe getting a longer one if I can. But I'm going to play with this right here a little bit and see how it works. I'm going to try it back here on this log, see how it works. Let me unscrew this little piece of rubber that's on there. Man, this sucker's on there. I got to screw it off. And let's see if I can make some damage here. I haven't used it yet, so it's going to be the first time. And you guys will be able to see this firsthand while I'm trying to do this. Let's see how it works here. It's easier to do it. Tell you what, it's screwed into it pretty easily with the screw bit. And here we go. Let me get the camera in a little closer for you to see it. Give me just a second here. We walk the camera over. Let's see. Bend this thing down a little bit. Get ourselves in focus here. There we go. Can you guys see that? I think the length of it is pretty good, of the handle here. Now, where I used to work at, we would do this with to build walls of using large logs or with railroad ties. And you can buy railroad ties here; they've not been treated. And so we were building walls with that, and then we would have much longer augers at different sizes. And what we would do is we would drill them with a drill. With a regular heavy duty impact drill. Let's see something here. Let's see, drill this thing out now. Because it drills into the very bottom, there we go. Get the camera, have a good look here. There you go. So there you go. Does a pretty good job. So, nothing crazy. Good tool to have with you, and a good tool to have so that you can, you can build stuff with. You can set up your, you want to build a log cabin, build a structure. Ooh, it's quite hot though. It's a good little extra tool to have on you. You see it more and more and more. If you ever watched a video that were made by, the name just, it's Alone in the Wild, I believe his name of it is Alone in Africa, by Dick Pernucci. Dick Pernucci. If I'm pronouncing that right, I think I'm pronouncing it completely wrong. Dick Pernucci. He, at 51 years old, he basically picked up everything, moved out to the wild over a period of a couple of seasons, built a cabin. It's still standing there. It's controlled now by the National Forest Service, I believe, or Park Service, out there on Twin Lakes. And he had one of these, a much longer one though, in his kit. And he made all the handles. He left all the handles for everything he had home, and he made the handles himself. He talks about it. I read the book first before I ever heard of the movies. He made some home videos also, documented a lot of what he'd done. He died in his late 80s, and he spent 30-something years out there. Now, in the end, of course, he wasn't spending all the winters, but he was spending second season. He was out there all winter once he'd gotten his cabin built and got himself sorted out. But these Augers, he had one, and he used it to build his cabin. He built a lot of things. You know, he started off with Auger, building all the tools that he needed, all the sawhorses, this kind of stuff to get set up with. I think his Auger was a little bit bigger though, a little larger diameter, but anyway. Thanks a lot. Comes with the video, checking it out. Hope you enjoyed it. And I may be a little slow on some videos in the near future. I'm doing a lot of work during the week right now, and very exhausting, very tiring, and I'm in the gym again, trying to get back in shape, trying to lose all my baby fat. So I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope you all have a pleasant weekend. Take care of yourselves. God bless you. And please continue supporting the channel. I really need your help, really support. And check out my website, helvetiabushcraft.ch. And if there's anything you need or want, and I will be presenting you guys with some products in the near future. I think I'm going to start off with some simpler projects, just with some different materials, different colors. I've ordered some 1000 denier and in some different camouflages, different colors, because I like a lot of retro stuff. And I'm going to start off making my fire kit pouches to transport your fire kit and your tinder, this kind of stuff, little small stuff with you in your bag or in your pocket, this kind of stuff. So that's what I'm going to start off making, and you'll be surprised by the color scheme, the camouflage I'm going to be using in the very beginning. But I hope you enjoy it, and I look forward to hearing from you. You guys take care of yourselves. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.